Hey Secret Society, this week we are talking about best and worst concert experiences, and I know I'm trying to be a little too stylish right now with this fabulous vest, and I'm actually looking a little husky, but what I'm trying to do here is the exact same thing Sean did, only under 13 minutes. And way cooler. Let's get started. First off, but I grew up around concerts. There was a Christian music festival about half-hour away from my house, and I went for a good 8 years, and Relient K is like the first band that ever got me into like any music at all. Before that I listened to like country on the radio, but then it was like I don't know, but anyway, they really changed my life, and there's definitely a special place for them in my heart, and I know a lot of Christian music is just really annoying, but they're still, like, when they manage to be creative while still putting along whatever message they're trying to, that's really nice. Like with Sufjan and Seven Swans, that's an amazing album. Also, since I continued going there for, I never realized how hard it was going to be to take these off. I continued going there for many years, and it'll be easier as there are less shirts. I did get to see the OC Supertones reunite, which is a Christian ska band, which makes it even better, because, I mean, how can you resist ska, honestly? But it was very fun. There's no logo. There's on the back, OC Supertones. But they were very fun to watch. But once again, not the best concert. We're getting to that. It's on the bottom layer of my skin right now, and it is making me sweat like a mother. I think I ripped this just now. Oh well, such is life. I've never actually seen Brand New live. I just pulled this shirt on. I've never even listened to Daisy. Passion Pit, who they opened for Muse, but I didn't want to buy a Muse shirt because Muse was pretty lame. I bought the tickets super early with my friends when we were still into Muse, like at the beginning of the summer, and by the end of the summer, like October, November, when they actually played, we didn't really like Muse anymore, because they had just released The Resistance, which is a hella lame album. But Passion Pit was really cool, even though we were in like the far back of it. Was like a big stadium concert experience, and we were in the way back, but they were really enjoyable. And then we managed to sneak to like the edge of the stage and high in the bleachers and slowly creep our way down throughout the night, and then some security guards caught us, so we had to stay in like the middle, but it was still a decent concert experience. They did put on a good show, but I don't really care for any of their new music anymore. And Bright Eyes, who I've also never actually seen live. I just felt like throwing this shirt on to throw you all off. I hope I don't rip this one though, because it's kind of small, and I'm going to stand up for this. One of the greater concert experiences of my life was going to Basilica Block Party 2 summers ago, and it was like a block party by the St. Paul Basilica, and one night, because they had 2 stages. One was kind of more mainstream, one was a bit more indie, and Spoon was playing on one stage, and Weezer was playing on the other, and there was an overlap. So Weezer was really an amazing band for me and a turning point, and all I listened to and cried myself to sleep to at age 15. But Spoon was also really cool and hip. So my friend Bernie and we decided we could watch this for 45 minutes, run across this entire the whole setup here, and go see Weezer, knowing that they actually weren't that good performers anymore, but we did it anyway. So we watched Spoon, and they put on a fantastic show. We were in about the 2nd or 3rd row, and they're really amazing, and the bass player like stared into my soul. I always remember that, and Britt Daniel is just really fabulous, and I very much enjoy Spoon. So then we ran all the way across the concert grounds. I didn't buy the shirt at the concert. I bought it at like Hot Topic when I was 15. But you have to go into Hot Topic because that's where you can get some things when you live in rural towns. But we went to see Weezer, which ended up being a huge mistake because they were super lame, and they were just playing to a really pathetic crowd. And then later I went on Setlist FM, and once we left Spoon, they played my favorite Spoon song, Black Like Me, live, and I could have seen that, which is really disappointing. Let's move on. Let's continue moving on. No time to live in the past. Well, no wait, that's what I'm doing this entire time. I'm living in the past, but that's okay. I saw St. Vincent, October. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. This is a very thin shirt, and there's only a couple more under here, so it's really, I wish I turned on a fan or something. St. Vincent was really good. She put on a great show. The only problem was it was a seated venue because she was trying to be like extra artsy, and so there was like no energy besides what was on the stage. And they had this whole light show behind that was like trying to make the energy, but it didn't really work. All it did was blind you. But I ended up at like a really decent like seat level, like maybe the 2nd, 3rd, 4th row up, where like it was basically you were eye level with the band the whole time, and that was fantastic. So, and I mean, I love her music too much. I wish she would have played more early material, but still, because I'm not the biggest fan of Strange Mercy, but St. Vincent is really great. And yes, oh, thin shirt, I'm loving that. Los Campesinos, which I already spoke about, and actually I didn't really talk about the concert experience that much. I did say that I met Rob, but they just put on an amazing show, and I mean, it helps that they're my favorite band, and they've written my favorite album of all time, Romance is Boring. So, I mean, obviously I was going to enjoy it, and they played a lot of Romance is Boring material, and not too much early album material, which a lot of people would be angry about, because they really like the first album, but I completely disagree. Well, I mean, I like it, I love it, but they played a lot of Romance is Boring stuff, and that was great. They still didn't play, like, any of my favorite Los Comp songs of all time, which is, I suppose, just an incentive to go and see them 1,000 more times in my life before I die. But of course, only one more shirt. The best concert experience of my life, which many people have seen can agree on. Sorry, you just saw my chest there. I'm not sorry. It was my belly anyway. Is the Flaming Lips, which was really just amazing. And except for Ariel Thinks On to Graffiti, which opened for them, and they were just really pathetic. I didn't like them at all. Well, I like them a bit. I like Bright Lit Blue Skies. It's a good song. Let's move on past that point. While we were waiting for the show, there was this this tall, overweight guy named. His name is escaping me now, but we became best friends with him. Me and Bernie and our other friend Shane, we went to this concert, and this guy, he's like, we need to make a friendship circle. We literally need to know everyone in the area around us, so if we run into them or anything, we will know exactly what to do. So Bernie and Shane and I learned all of these people's names, and this guy was trying to give us life advice, which probably wasn't very good because he was like on a lot of mescaline, he told us. And also his wife was having a kid like the next week, and he was asking for name suggestions. I suggested Belle for a boy and Sebastian for a girl, because that's what I do. But on the Flaming Lips, they just put on an amazing show. It was so psychedelic and glowy, and he was lifted up onto the shoulders of a man in a bear suit, Wayne Coyne was, and of course the hamster ball, which I did get to touch just barely. He barely went over us. And then like looking around and seeing all the people that we met in our friendship circle, and they were like blazed out of their minds. Like one guy, he was completely normal when we were talking to him. He was actually like a doctor, and by the end of the night we'd look over, he's just in a stupor. He is high out of his mind. So that was the greatest concert experience. Oh, except for when I went to the Chest concert.